I am outside of 3710 Trout Island Place, and this here is the little window in that master suite. This is a little kind of a cubby area outside, so you can see on the ground there. So you have this area here. If you wanted to bump this area out to here, you could certainly do that because you're already utilizing that area. And then out here, this is the big window that's in the bathroom, and you have this raised area here. This is where they had some chairs sitting, just decor, like lawn decor. And then they have, of course, the flower bed around the corner. And this other window here is in the bathroom. So I don't think that you could bump out in the yard like this way at all. But if you wanted to take, like you had said, I think what you were talking about was to take this wall here and extend this direction, then you certainly should be able to do that, because that wouldn't affect your setbacks or anything like that. So I'll step back and see the paver driveway, this beautiful hibiscus tree. The seller prides herself on her gardening and her trees that they planted. And this one's staked just to make sure she stays straight. Let's see, you have the lawn this way. There's sidewalks throughout the neighborhood. It is about 3:35 in the afternoon on this Wednesday afternoon, so it's super quiet. You've got the cul-de-sac right there.
Tommy Reno at 1871 Red Road,
Okay, you can see the solar panels on the roof from here. They're over the garage and then over the main house as well. Lead you up to the front door here. We recently changed the door hardware. There were like it's kind of like a electronic fob lock, so you see there's some painting that needs to be done on the door, but we had to put a new door set on because the fob quit working, and we decided to go very low tech with a regular house key. But here's like one of the Ring cameras that I was talking about. So just a doorbell that goes to an app on your phone. And then they also had this kind of like a spotlight situation here, and I feel like that might have had a camera on it. I'm not entirely sure. And then we'll open up into the home. So you walk in, there's some tile floor there, but right here from the front door entry, you have this formal sitting room here with the patio sliders out to the pool. I feel like the way that the couch is arranged, it almost blocks a little bit how much view you get there of the pool, but it's very, very nice. You have the laminate floors in that room, and then tile here in the front entryway. Your primary bedroom, so the master bedroom, is over to your left when you're walking in. And then you also have a closet out in the hallway here. So just like a traditional coat closet. And this fabric down here is hurricane fabric, and that is for the lanai, so that you wouldn't have to bring your furniture in. You could just put that up over the lanai opening, and then it protects from the wind. All of the windows, with the exception of one, and that's one that's in on the lanai that I'll point out when we get there, are impact rated. So even the sliding glass doors are impact rated, so that helps with the homeowner's insurance. So this is the primary suite. You have these shelves right here on the left side as you walk in. I didn't turn any overhead lighting on in here yet, so I should probably do that. But you walk in, there is carpet in this room, and then you have vinyl plank, so luxury vinyl plank into the master bathroom, and a closet on your left and your right. They call these his and her closets. You get to decide whose is whose. So there is, the shelving here, attic access from inside there. There's another in the garage, and then you have more shelving there. I do have a safe that's there as well. And then these closet doors are just mirrored, and I'll show you the other closet. So this one's a little bit smaller, but they're very similar in size. There's just a slight difference in size. And there's carpet inside both of those closets. It's different than the carpet in the bedrooms themselves. And so you have the vanity sink. It's 2 sinks. And I'm going to point out a couple things. You have a medicine cabinet here. So this opens. And then you have like the big mirror there, and I'll wave hello. We have the sink here. So this faucet, I'm gonna point this out. This is an original faucet here. They recently replaced this faucet because we had a little bit of a leak on the faucet, which we also replaced the inside portion of the cabinet because it leaked into the base of the cabinet. So rather than leave it with a water stain, the handyman replaced it. And then you have like a little vanity area. So if you wanted to like take this down, you could, and slide like a stool under there so that you have like a makeup vanity area. And then you have, of course, under here as well, you have some storage under that vanity. And then I know you wanted to look at this corner over here. I feel like this area could easily do one of those like round standalone tubs, or if you wanted to tile it off and do a garden tub here, like a garden tub would work over here as well. Because you have like this pony wall kind of for the shower. And what I would do is maybe even put some glass. You could get the shower glass just on this portion here to kind of block that area off. I get a little chilly in the shower, so to have some glass like in between would be nice too. But it's open. There is like a bit of a curb here so the water doesn't like fall out onto the floor. And you do have lots of natural light in this bathroom. And then you also have, we call these water closets. So it's just a separate room with a door with a toilet in there. And that's that porthole that goes out to the front of the house there. So essentially that's where the toilet room kind of goes behind the shower area. So I'm not sure how you would arrange that if you wanted to bump it out, but you could pull this whole shower insert out if you wanted to, and you could do lots of different things. They have wet rooms that you could do. So it's like a shower with a tub inside of it and it's all behind glass. That's an option potentially, whatever you like. So that's the primary bathroom, pardon me. And then the bedroom itself, you can see it's quite large. You have a lot of wall space here. So this is a queen size bed that's in here now. You could easily fit a king. That's what they had in here previously when they lived here. And you've got plenty of room for like large nightstands. And that's with those double doors to that office area being opened. So you see, you can't, it does take up some wall space when it's open like that, but you can close one door if you prefer. And then you have the big vaulted ceilings in here. So there's some, character there on the ceiling. And then this little beam looking thing over here above the door, that's what they call a plant shelf. Those were super popular in the era that this home was built back in the 90s. You see you have a lot of floor space in this room. So this is kind of the angle of looking at it from sitting like on the bed area. And then this office in here, flex room, she was using it for storage mostly, but I think it would make a great office or a sitting room even, or a craft room if you like to do crafts, sewing, that sort of thing. So you can see that there's a cabinet here and you have a good bit of room. These tiles, I believe these tiles are 18-inch tiles maybe. So that gives us an idea of the size because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and change of those tiles deep. And then you have 2, 3, 4, 5 and change wide. So that gives you an idea of the size. And I'm speaking in US measurements, so my apologies for not converting it to metric, but I don't know the conversions off the top of my head. You do have a skylight in here, and those were replaced with impact glass when the roof was put on. So those are, should be good for storms. You do have a door that goes out to the patio from here as well. I'll show you. So you have access to the pool from your primary bedroom suite. This area is covered, so that's really nice. You have a covered porch. They're leaving the furniture for whoever, if it's wanted. If not, then we can haul it away. And then you do have the pool. I'll do a little bit more thorough of a walk around of the yard, you know, in a little bit after we get through the rest of the house. But the pool is the feature. Hot tub stays if you want it. And then there's like a little counter pass through off the kitchen, and we'll get to that as well. But we just came in off of the primary suite. So that was our first stop. And the patio out here is pavered all around the pool deck. Again, this room here, light and bright and airy. It's a good size room. You do have a ceiling fan in here. A lot of the Floridians love their ceiling fans, so helps keep the air moving and blowing on you in the summertime. Okay, we're gonna enter back into the foyer. Again, here is the formal sitting room. So that's typically what these rooms are. They're just living rooms. And this one has, you know, a pretty good sized couch and a love seat in it, along with some sizable end tables, and still have plenty of room. So you can see that it's a good sized room, good conversation area if you'd like. And again, these sliding glass doors are super solid and heavy. And they are impact rated, so they're protected for hurricanes. And then we're gonna cross over into the dining room. This is the formal dining room. In this floor plan, you have a little plant shelf artwork wall here for the feature. Your thermostat happens to be in this room. You have this lovely arched window in the front, so you can look out while you're having your meal together. And got this half wall, so it allows the light from the front with these large windows to come pouring into this room, which I do love. It's such a light and airy floor plan, and the way the house is laid out, it's never dark in here. So then it's like rolling out the red carpet, but it's white tile. So we're gonna walk into the kitchen. So down this hallway are the laundry room, the guest bath, and 2 additional bedrooms, which I will show you. And then you have your kitchen over here. So we have a pantry here. So you have some room for storing your food, all your goods there. And then you have this island here. So it's a great workspace if you like to cook, or if you like to have a party and, you know, put all of your entrees there for everybody to enjoy. The appliances are newer. So we have the sleek refrigerator with the freezer on the bottom here. And this is quite a large refrigerator. So it's great. It's big, sizable. I believe this is a Samsung refrigerator. And then it's the black stainless steel. So it's not, that's why it's so dark. It's not actually black, but it's black stainless. And then you have your dishwasher here, all the granite they put in. And then you have this great corner window where the sink is at. So this is the window that is not impacted and was not replaced, but there is a fabric that goes across this entire lanai, so it does protect this window, and that's why they didn't replace it. That one is impact. But you have this great corner to look out at a beautiful view when you're washing dishes, so it's great to have that. The cooktop is my favorite. It is a newer gas cooktop. Gas cooking is super rare in this area. It's really hard to find, so they do have that. It's a KitchenAid. You have a Whirlpool microwave, and then the KitchenAid oven to match the cooktop, and very, very nice and fancy there. So kind of higher end appliances in this particular home. This long bar area. So you have all of the cabinetry and the storage here, but you also have room for bar stools. So not only do you have the beautiful breakfast nook to sit and enjoy the pool from, you have this countertop here so that you can sit on a bar stool, have a conversation while somebody's cooking, somebody else can be helping to prep. Like, it's a really like open floor plan for like a gathering area. So I do love that a lot. And then the breakfast nook is another feature because of the way the windows are arranged. They kind of like cuddle you in. And so you do have this great view while you're sitting here. You can enjoy the pool view. There is a ceiling fan there to help with airflow. And then you have your family room. So this is like kind of the gathering place. You have a fireplace there. I do not know if it works. They have never used it because it's rare that we would need a fireplace in Florida. You have like kind of the decorative mantle above it. And then you'll see all these high, like detailed trim areas. So those are all like what they would call plant shelves. So some people would put things up there and decorate like your Christmas decor, things like that, seasonal things. And then other people just leave them empty. It's really up to you. But again, you have all these windows. Just notice how many windows there are. You've got 2 over there at the corner of that room. Again, laminate floors in this room. And then you have these 3 windows here, this huge slider, and then you have the 2 in the kitchen. So you've got so much natural light that can come in. I love it so much. And then of course you do have access again from the kitchen out to the pool area. So if you have guests over, likely they're gonna be coming in this way from the pool into the house. So they're gonna come in here, you've got tile floor. That's kind of ideal, I feel like. That way they're not trekking through your bedroom. You could also potentially do through that formal living room because there is a sliding glass door there. It just depends on how your furniture is arranged. So it's a pretty large room. I'm gonna go over here and you'll notice there's also a tiled section over here as well. And I'm not sure, they didn't change the flooring here, so I'm not sure what the purpose of that was, like what they had here at one point that would say like we're gonna do tile here, but we're gonna do something different over there. I'm not sure what the builder had in mind, so just an interesting feature. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to point out, solar tubes. So this circle is not a light. It is actually what we call a solar tube. So it's something that allows natural light to pass through, but it's capped off at the top, so it's wind protected, doesn't leak. A little bit of debris up inside of it, but other than that, it just lets natural light through, which is another way to bring more outside light into the home. So if you like light, this is the house for sure. All right, I'm gonna go down this hallway here. And these walls, so this is not wallpaper. This is like built into the texture of the drywall. It's kind of like a print of some sort. So it's not like removable. If you didn't like it, you could get a drywall company to come and buff that out and then retexture this section and then just paint over it. So it is removable, but it is built in. It's not like a wallpaper. So I'm gonna show you, that's your air intake for the HVAC. This is the laundry room. So there is your HVAC indoor air handler portion. And this tube is how we know that it is connected to the gas. So the heat runs on gas as opposed to electricity. This right here is for your drinking, your whole house water. So it's drinking water, shower water, all the water. It's a reverse osmosis system. So it treats the water, filters it, makes it pure, and you can drink it. You can drink the city water too, that's fine as is, but it's really nice to have the whole house. I have one at my tap in my kitchen only. I wish I had it for my whole house. And then of course the washer and dryer stay. This is the washing machine. And then this is the dryer. These are just old school units. Nothing super fancy, but it's nice to have a washer and dryer. And then I'll step back so you can see this great mural on the wall that was here when they bought the house, but it's very cute and whimsical. We just left it like that rather than painting over it. I'm gonna show you the garage. So you have a deep sink in the garage in case you're out here working, you have a place to wash your hands. The storage cabinets, they're leaving. So you have somewhere to store all kinds of things, tools, whatever. It's been here for forever and ever, a long time. You have more storage up here. Some pegboard storage there, a little bit of a workbench here. I'm not sure what that tool is, but it was here when they bought it, so it stayed. We have some more cabinets here, just for your paint, all your tools and things like that. Water heater is here, it is gas. And you have all of that. This is a door to outside. So we call this a pedestrian door. It's helpful if I unlock the door. Okay. And this goes to, this is the salt station for the water softener system. And you see that's got some stuff in it. And then this is like the other piece of that. So it's a two-piece kind of situation. But we're on the outside of the house. There's like a little gated area, so you can keep your garbage cans over here if you like. It does have a little gate, so this fence was allowed. You can probably do another like little run area. Oh, and their generator is right there. So in the event of a power outage, you do have a generator, so that's awesome. In the event we lose power to storms, people like to have a generator. I don't have one at my house. I have like a portable one, but I'm on a main line, so we don't lose power for more than maybe like a day and a half if we lose power at all, which is amazing. The last storm that we had, we didn't lose power, which was fantastic. So, okay, more storage shelves, storage cabinet. They have their garbage cans in here, more storage. These are some vintage photos of cars that are not theirs. There's a 1980 Corvette here. I believe that these belong to the prior owners. And the family didn't want them, so they remained. It's kind of like goes with the house, I guess. So back in the laundry room. And here we are back in this hallway. So to the right of the laundry room, you have guest bedroom number 2, if you will. It has a TV mount on the wall, a little bit of a shelf there. TV does stay. And the mounts, of course. This room is like kind of like a beigey, ivory kind of color, a little bit of blue up in the corner over there. You do have a ceiling fan. And again, I don't have the overhead lights on, and it's very light in this room. I'm gonna show you the closet. And I have to warn you, I told you it'd be like between 15 and 20 minutes, I think. Well, I'm already over 20 minutes, so I hope I'm not boring you, but that's the closet right there. I want you to be able to see everything. You have lots of outlets in these bedrooms too, so that's kind of nice. I would say this room could use like some new paint on the wall, but they were like unused bedrooms essentially. They just were, you know, extra overflow. And if they ever, you know, they had a guest bed in there at one point, but they didn't have guests very often. So you've got one window in here, a nice big closet for this guest bedroom. Closet's a little dark. I don't have the lights on again. And this room's a little bit of a lighter color. It's not the same as the other one, but pretty neutral. And you do have a border around, like close to the, it's a little bit above middle of the wall, because these have really high ceilings in here. That's one thing I love about this house is the high ceilings, because it makes the room and the spaces feel much bigger than they are. And it's not a small house by any means. You know, it's a good size family home for sure. But the tall ceilings really help with the feel of the house. So again, in this room, you've got some vaultedness there. You can see like the angles of the ceiling up here. And then you have your guest bathroom. So this has a linen closet in here. So you can store your towels and toiletries in there if you like. And you also have a towel bar there. You have another medicine cabinet here. And then again, a nice big mirror with your lights, a single sink with a vanity here. And then we have the under the cabinet there. And then the faucet here, this one's original. Your toilet, and people always are asking me, what is this? So this is just like an access panel because of the shelf being built over the tank. Like sometimes you got to take the lid of the tank off to get in there and fix things. So by popping this out, this gives you access to the tank. So I don't know why that was a thing, but it was. And you also, they've installed some hand bars in here just because they were getting older and needed some assistance. So you have the tub here. And then the tile surround on the shower. There is a shower rod in here, no glass. So that's your guest bathroom. Ceilings are standard height in here. And you'll see the finish on the ceiling. That's called a knockdown texture, super popular in Florida. And then on the walls, what you see for texture is not completely smooth. I'm not talking about this part, but like this part here, we call that an orange peel texture. So just something that you see commonly in Florida for the style of drywall. It's very different than where I lived. I lived in Maryland growing up, and everything's like smooth and shiny there, but you can see every single imperfection in the drywall when that is done. So it's not as aesthetic as this orange peel. I just wanted to show you again the kitchen. So I love the pendant lighting that they have in here. It's very modern, but still feels cozy and homey in here, and not like cold and stark like a lot of modern design can feel. All right, so I'm gonna just show you one more pass through, and then we're gonna go back outside so I can show you the back. Okay. We are off to the backyard, back out to the pool. My favorite spot to hang. I have just the screens because it's such a nice day today. It's pretty warm. We have upper 60s today and the sun has been shining. So again, we're gonna see, this is one of the kitchen windows by the sink, and then this is your other pass through. So you could raise this and then just pass plates and drinks and things like that back and forth. You can hear how quiet it is out here. There is an outdoor shower right here, so you can, if you get outside and you're doing some yard work or whatever and you need to rinse off before you get in the pool, you can do it right there. I'll exit out this side so I can show you a couple of things. So they have some extra gutter stuff that's left on the side from when they redid their gutters, and they just are just sitting there. So if we need to, we can get those hauled away. But you see all the plants and things. I feel like the natural property line is somewhere maybe like in between, like right around in here. But again, without those stakes, I'm not 100% sure. This is the septic. Let me point that out while we're here. This domed lid here, that's the clean out. So when the septic company comes to service, this is where they come. See the exterior of the house. They do have a company that's maintaining the lawn currently. We can always share that information with you. So I'm on the outside of the enclosure now, and then the back line of the property, there's like a natural dip here. So I'm pretty sure this natural dip that you'll see, it's what we call a swale between the houses, is where your property line is on or about this little dip right here. Okay, that's where the water like drains away from the, which is what you want, away from the house and the slab and the concrete slab where the pool's at. You want it to drain away and into this ditch, and then it just kind of goes and flushes out on one side or the other. So she had some like plant hangers for like hanging baskets out here. And right now it's just like all hardscape. It could use a little bit of weeding, but they haven't been here. So sometimes the lawn crews don't do a good job of doing that when they're not being watched. These are her banana trees. They need some pruning. They are missing her for sure. And then you have this side over here with your pool equipment. So I'll try to do a good job of explaining what's what as far as I know it. So this is your filter for the pool. And then you have a pool pump, which I believe is this piece here. And then this is just a control. I'm not sure if this is what they call the chlorinator, so like the salt portion of the pool. This is your air conditioner condenser, so that's for the AC. And then your heater is over here, right here. This right here is the irrigation pump for the well, for the irrigation well, so that you have sprinklers. And then on this side, you have, again, your generators over there. Okay. And then you'll see like these little rings here. These are sprinkler rings, so that's just to let you know that it's there so the lawn guys don't run it over, and it kind of protects the sprinkler heads. Sometimes you'll see them, sometimes you don't. It just depends. They're strategically placed sometimes. And again, you kind of see the difference. Like there's a little bit of a dip in this line. So this definitely belongs to your neighbor. So back up so you can kind of see how close. It's right on the edge, I feel like. And you see that green little utility kind of box right there? So that's one of the utility easement issues, right? So that you can't take the fence to cover that. But I'll walk back up this way so you can kind of see this side of the outside before I walk back around. This is your generator. I don't know how that operates, but I'm sure that they can leave us some notes. There's booklets and all kinds of paperwork they've left behind. Again, this is the garage man door, pedestrian door that comes out to the side. There's their little gate. Looks like it's missing a panel or two. And then this is the gas meter here for the water heater and the cooktop. And also this is the Generac thing here. This is their solar. Titan Solar is the company right there. So you have all of that equipment there. This is your FPL meter here. It's how they can tell how much power is being utilized, right? They read everything pretty much remotely. These are your water and sewer meters. So this one should be for this house. And then this one is for your neighbor's house. You have the front area here. That window is the dining room window, the one right here. The sign. You've got a little lamp post here. Love the sidewalks too in the neighborhood. They have a cute little mailbox, so it's a little fancy. It's not just your typical. It's like a little trim post here with the decorative stuff there. So really good. And they've got some landscape lighting up here as well. Around the side here. We've made a complete circle around the house so that you can see everything from every angle. And I apologize for taking so much of your time up with this tour. But again, if there's anything at all that I missed that you would like to see again, please just let me know.